Hello everyone and welcome back to day number 6, the first of our 2 weekend specials. These ones are longer than the previous shows we've done. This will have 5 matches on this card, culminating in the Intercontinental Championship match in our main event of the evening. And here we go, we're kicking the night off with a one-on-one match between Damien Priest and Rush. I think that's how it's pronounced. Rush, not Rush, I believe. So, the first time we're seeing both of them this week, actually. And we both, obviously, done pretty well in Ring of Honor over the years. Both more recently, of course. What was Damien Priest's name now? Was it, Punishment Martinez? That ring a bell? I think there's been Punishment Martinez, something like that. And of course, Rush, before obviously COVID and everything hit, he was working as part of a American version of the LIJ stable alongside Dragon Lee. I think Kenny King was in there as well. And I think Rush actually won the Ring of Honor World Championship at one point. So, yeah, they're both very, very big names. And 2 people that, yeah, I want to see more of, actually. Be interested to see how they get on. Never really seen Rush wrestle too much in real life, so I think he's more of a powerhouse than a high flyer, but obviously being from Mexico, he's got that sort of agility about him as well. Priest, though, with a big knee in the face. Now, let's have a look where the pair of these two are in the rankings. In terms of Damien Priest, he currently sits on +1 after 4 matches. And Rush currently sits... That's Crush, not Rush. Rush currently sits on -2 after 2 matches, so he's had a bit of a rough time so far. Dropping the elbow right across the head of Damien Priest, really raining down those strikes. Priest, of course, now part of the new stable alongside... who's that guy? Edge. And there's also talk about a few other people joining that as well. The likes of Rhea Ripley, I think, has been discussed. And Tommaso Ciampa has also been discussed as well. But it should be interesting how that one pans out. And Rush, I'm hoping we get to see him back in the Ring of Honor. Obviously, things completely changed, don't they, really, with everything that's gone on, with obviously the takeover and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, be interesting. As Priest here taking down Rush. Looking to spring off with a line, so Rush has rolled straight out of the way. Rush now in the corner. Big boot right into the leg. And now Rush raining down the strikes in the corner, breaks it before the ref gets the 5 count. Nice kick. Beautiful, like a disaster kick that was there by Priest, who's now stalking the grounded Rush. I'm going to take him in. Is he still using that as a finisher? I heard rumours that he would be stopping using that because of Cody Rhodes coming back and it being basically the Crossroads. So I'd be interested to see on that one whether he's still allowed to if he's still allowed to use that moving forward is what I'm trying to say. My brain's not working very well. Spinning heel kick attempt there from the top by Damien Priest, missed. And now Rush takes him up into the tombstone pile driver. And now Rush up on top, looking to go in. It looked like to me that he actually landed on him, but apparently that's not the case, according to the game. High angle backdrop there by Rush. who now stalks. Priest going to take him up. Butterfly into the pile driver. Wow, big maneuver. Priest has been busted open. There's the pin by Rush. 1, 2, and 3. And Rush gets the win, and he needed that. Like I said, -2 after 2 matches. He now moves up to -1 after 3 matches, whereas Damien Priest... oh god, there was a lot of E's and I's in that word I just typed. He's going to drop down to 0 after 5 matches. There we go then, great win there for Rush, and Priest is back up on his feet. And looking to offer the hand, he does. And it's a shake of the hand, mutual respect shown by these two. Like I said, a great win for Rush. The bell goes then, and we are underway in this Tag Team Championship match. The Young Bucks having an opportunity to fight for the Tag Team Championships when they won the match earlier on. What was that match? Oh yeah, they beat the FTR, and the Briscoe brothers in a triple threat elimination tag team match. Which, in fairness, FTR should have won easily, but there was a little bit of stupidity when it came to the way that they protected pinfalls and stopped pinfalls against their teammates. It was a real annoying way for things to happen, to be honest, but it did. But either way, the Young Bucks are here, taking on the team of Bron Breakker and Rick Steiner. They've been the tag team champions for a while now, defended the belt successfully on quite a few occasions, including most recently against Harlem Heat last weekend. Of course, they won it after getting the opportunity from winning the father and son tag team tournament we did, which is one of the last things we did in 2K19, I think. But this might be a much harder asset for them to get past, to be honest, the Young Bucks. Fantastic tag team, of course. They really are punching above their weight at the moment because they're not that high up in the rankings, to be honest with you. But there you go. Bron Breakker now with the elbow in the gut. Now, this is a tornado match. No pinfalls, no submissions. What am I on about? Pinfalls and submissions only. That's what I'm trying to say. But it has to take place inside the ring. So at the moment, you've got Nick Jackson and Rick Steiner on the outside. Nothing can really happen out there. It's all down to the two guys in the ring at the moment, Matt Jackson and Bron Breakker. Matt Jackson now raining down with the strikes. And Bron Breakker in the corner. Bron Breakker, lovely belly-to-belly slam. Now rolling through Matt Jackson and just holding him down. Matt's now popping up into the Hurricanrana. Rick Steiner has control, though, of Nick Jackson on the outside. Breakker with a strike right in the face. And now Breakker in the corner with Matt Jackson, going to take him up high. What's he thinking here? Is he thinking Frankensteiner? Keeping it in the family with that big Frankensteiner by Bron Breakker. And now stalking ready. Is he going to make another successful championship defense here? Matt Jackson up. Oh, Jackson able to slide out the back and roll it through. And now Matt Jackson, he has the legs. He's going to turn him over into that sharpshooter. Nick Jackson takes out Rick Steiner, and this could be enough. Is Bron Breakker going to tap Rick Steiner? Able to break free? No, Bron Breakker able to break free from the submission as well. Nice takedown there by Bron Breakker. Now bringing Matt Jackson back up to a standing base as Nick now up on top. In with that big 450. Is that going to be enough? He's not even going to go for it, but he does go for the big super kick. Bron Breakker with a splash on Matt Jackson. And Bron needs to get there to help break it up. He wasn't going to get there, but it was enough anyway for Rick Steiner to kick out. Matt Jackson now in with that tornado DDT on Bron Breakker. Steiner now a lovely half and half suplex as now Matt Jackson going to roll Bron Breakker over once again with a sharpshooter, but I think Brecker's very close to the ropes. He is, and it's broken. Rick Steiner in with the underhook suplex. Matt Jackson now fighting away though. So this is the first of our 2 championship matches here this evening. Belly to belly slam by Bron Breakker, and then he comes across to break up the pinfall on, of course, his father Rick Steiner, who has been kidnapped, doesn't he, in real life apparently. I say real life, I mean in NXT. Rick Steiner, lovely cravat style suplex. And Nick Jackson up on top and looking for that shooting star from the middle rope and completely missed it. Rick Steiner though locking in a crossface. He was too close to the ropes as well. It's broken. Rick now wrenching back at the arm as Nick Jackson sending Bron Breakker into the corner. And now Nick slapped to the chest. He's heading up top and rolls it through Lucha Libre style. Nick Jackson dropping the lion salt, and now Nick stalking Bron Breakker. Is he thinking super kick? He does. Fisherman suplex driver there by Rick Steiner, who was able to get there to break that up. I'm not sure Bron would have kicked out, so Rick had to get there. And at the moment, this really could go either way. There's that shooting star attempt again by Nick Jackson, again missed. But he does hit the lion salt, maybe only to the back really. Matt Jackson able to glitch through time and space there and levitate above the body of Bron Breakker. As Nick Jackson heads up to the top once again. 450, but Bron got the knees up. Knees are up, knees are up. Bron now with a big belly to belly as there's the spear there by Matt Jackson. Surely he hasn't got enough in his body to hit a good spear, but Bron Breakker hasn't even noticed it because he's locked in the camel clutch on Nick Jackson. And Matt gets across quickly to break that one up as well. So much back and forth. This really could go either way at the moment, to be honest. Lovely belly to belly there by Bron Breakker. Now up with a gorilla press. Captured into the power slam. That could be enough. As Rick Steiner takes out Matt Jackson, Nick is flat out. And Steiner and Son retain the SWE Tag Team Championship once again. These two guys, there's no beating them. There is no beating them. They've both been absolutely fantastic so far as a tag team. That's their 5th tag team victory of the year. No losses yet. As Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner's not doing too great, but Rick Steiner is up on +8 as well. Bron Breakker and Rick Steiner both on +8 in the singles rankings. And they now continue. Let me find them. Where are they? There they are. They move up to +8 in the tag team rankings as well. As the Young Bucks, after finally getting themselves out of the minuses, are going to drop straight back in there, I think, by the looks of it. Yeah, they were on 0 before this one. Now they're going to drop back down to -1. Well, there we go. Tag Team Championship successfully retained by Steiner and Son. And here we go, then our next match of the evening. We have got Killer Kross going up against Tommaso Ciampa. This one suggested by Jay a while ago. Been a bit liberal with this one. Of course, Ciampa did wrestle in Ring of Honor quite a lot, but Kross had the one appearance, I believe, at the last Ring of Honor show before Khan took over. And there was talk of him apparently being booked for the Ring of Honor show, but there seems to be some sort of bad blood between AEW and this new Control Your Narrative show. I don't think it's Kross. I think it's Braun Strowman. Or Adam Scher, whatever his name is. The guy just seems to be a bit of a nutter. I mean, I know he likes to control his own narrative, but his own narrative at the moment is he's a complete and utter maniac, especially online. Just getting arguments with people day in, day out at the moment. Most recently, Buff Bagwell. But hey-ho, I mean, if they want to go for it, I mean, good on them. I mean, they might be slightly overestimating their draw. I mean, they're not Cody, the Young Bucks, and Hangman Page and Chris Jericho and all them sort of people that got together and first cracked on with AEW, are they? They're, I mean, who's the third one? EC3, isn't it? Yeah, EC3, Karrion Kross, and Adam Scherr, Braun Strowman. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it all pans out in the end. I mean, they seem to believe they can do big shows, so let's give them the benefit of the doubt and see if they can. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not sure that Cody and the Bucks and that would ever have been able to do what they wanted to do if it wasn't for the money from Tony Khan and the backing from him and his family. That's just what my assumption is, but either way, should be an interesting match. I don't think we've seen much of Kross so far in this universe mode. Let's have a quick gander at the old ranking system. Oh, I did actually change the points for Jackson. There we go. Matt and Nick Jackson both dropped down there. Yep. Okay. So I've updated those rankings now. Right, so Karrion Kross, 6 matches, plus 3 at the moment, actually. I didn't realise he was that high up. And Tommaso Ciampa, 9 matches, currently sits on the 0 mark. So at the moment, Kross is 3 points ahead of Tommaso Ciampa. So even a win here for Ciampa is still not going to put him on the same level as Kross, but it's going to put him a hell of a lot closer. Ciampa now straight in with a pin. It's not going to be enough. Ciampa up on the middle rope, looking for the boot in the face. Completely missed Kross, but then does hit him. Sort of rocks him and dives in with that jumping DDT. And now Ciampa. Oh, I think you might have been considering the Project Ciampa there, but it wasn't to be the case. And now Kross in with that big Saito suplex. Ciampa with a slap into the chest. Again, the big slap into the chest. And now Ciampa, nice takedown on Kross. There's the pin. It's not enough. And now, oh my god, a manager's doing something. A manager is doing something on this game. That is not... That is not something I've seen for a long time. I mean, on this game, I don't think managers have ever done anything so far. Well, I don't know if there's been a patch or something like that that's fixed the problem or what, but a manager just did something. Huzzah. As Kross raining down the strikes now into the face of Ciampa. Kross now brings Ciampa back up, spins him around, and now locking in the hold from behind. Is Ciampa going to tap? If he does, then Kross is going to move even further away. I mean, this is a real 2-pointer, this one, because the winner's going to gain 2. The loser's going to lose 2, so yeah, it is a real 2-pointer. No, sorry. The winner is going to gain 1, the loser's going to lose 1, so it's going to be a 2 points across both, if that makes sense. It's more of a term you see in football in the UK, to be honest. Real 6-pointer, because not only do you gain a point, you take a point off your opponent. That's what I'm trying to say. That makes more sense, then. I'll get there in the end, I promise. I'm not a complete idiot. Mostly, but not completely. Ciampa back in the ring. Both guys back in the ring now. As Kross now taking Ciampa up onto the shoulders. Dropping him face first. And Kross now once again locking in that submission. Has Ciampa throttled? Is this going to be enough? Ciampa has to tap. He does indeed. And Tommaso Ciampa gets the loss. That moves him down to -1. And Mr. Karrion Kross is going to move himself up on to +4. Wow. Karrion Kross really moving his way up now. He's into 66th position in the rankings, which is very high, really. Considering there's like Nearly 1,000 people in the rankings now. 66th is nothing to be sniffed at. And here we go then, our next match of the evening. We have got the debut of Tully Blanchard Enterprises in this universe mode. That is Toa Leone, Brian Cage and Khan going up against the Job Squad. That is Baron Blade in the green. We've got Cole Quinn, of course, there. And we have the debut of another jobber in this universe mode, Lucas Bull, who at the moment is actually doing a pretty good job there against Khan. Lucas Bull's done a very good job against Khan. To be honest, Tully Blanchard Enterprise is not doing very well at all here. The jobbers are winning every individual battle. Brian Cage taking Baron Blade up on the shoulder, drops him face first. Lucas Bull with a big splash. And Bull now taking Khan up. And dropping him. I mean, this should be a given ready for Tully Blanchard Enterprises. And the new tag team who are called the Gates of Agony, I believe. Have I put them on here? I haven't put them on the tag team rankings yet. So let's get that done. So the tag team is Khan and Toa Leone. And they're called the Gates of Agony. And this is the new group that's going to be managed by Tully Blanchard in Ring of Honor. Toa Leone is someone that and Khan as well, actually. The pair of them have both been on episodes of AEW Dark and so forth over the last few months. And neither of them got any wins on Dark. But both have recently signed with AEW and both look like they're going to be getting good pushes. Lucas Bull is just incredible. I mean, this guy's supposed to be jobbing and he's just not doing anything, is he really? So Leone now gets taken over the top. Once again, Lucas Bull just dominating Khan. Brian Cage back in, slamming Cole Quinn down. At least Brian Cage is doing well today. Brian Cage, looking to go for the powerbomb on Cole Quinn, but caught by Lucas Bull, taking him straight up into the full Nelson. And Lucas Bull and Brian Cage, actually, it's not very often that someone's bigger than Brian Cage, really. Brian Cage, big headbutt right in the face of Lucas Bull, and now finally Tully Blanchard Enterprises starting to take some form of control. Lucas Bull gets taken up by Cage into the powerbomb. Cage keeps the grip. Hoisted up for a second and keeps the grip. Hoisted up for the third powerbomb. Toa Leone with that big splash on Cole Quinn. And now Tully Blanchard Enterprises are taking control as Brian Cage takes Lucas Bull up into the drill claw. Toa Leone with that big Samoan spike on Cole Quinn. Cole Quinn kicks out. But Lucas Bull kicks out as well. What? What on earth just happened there? How did both of those kick out? As Brian Cage with that big punch right in the gut. Toa Leone stalking Cole Quinn still, and then going to hit him with that big Samoan spike once again. There's the pin for the 1, 2, and the 3. Lucas Bull was far too slow, and Tully Blanchard Enterprises, the Gates of Agony, do pick up the victory. Surprise, surprise there, eh? I'm glad, I must admit, because jobbing matches on this game are not that great, to be honest. It's not gone too well so far. Brian Cage was on 0, moves up to +1. Khan and Tully both move up to +1 as well. Lucas Bull moves down to -1. Baron Blade. Where is Baron Blade? Is it B-A-R-R? Where am I typing? Oh, I'm typing. That's not right, is it? Sorry, I almost completely screwed up the rankings then. There he is, Baron Blade. It's got 2 R's in it. Yeah, Baron Blade moves down to -7, and Cole Quinn moves down to -11. Right, let us move on to our main event of the evening. And here we go, the main event of the evening time. We've got Chris Jericho defending his Intercontinental Championship against Isaiah Swerve Strickland. And this should be a pretty interesting one. Of course, Swerve got this opportunity by winning a Fatal 4-Way Elimination match yesterday against Keith Lee, Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal, in which he did incredibly well. But this is Chris Jericho. This is a step up now. This is our Intercontinental Champion. And Swerve could be a... He could do it. There's no reason why not. There's a chance he could become only our... Oh, God, what have I done there? Okay. No. Cancel that. Okay. There's a chance he could become our 6th ever Intercontinental Champion. And already hitting the line salt very early in this match, Jericho. Maybe we're not going to have a new champion. Intercontinental Champion so far in history started off with Tito Santana. Then we had the British Bulldog, then Lance Archer. Then it was Samoa Joe, then Chris Jericho. Jericho in with a big running clothesline, completely flattens. What was that? Jericho just pinged out of the corner there somehow. I don't know what happened there. Not quite sure what happened there at all, to be honest, but either way. Strickland now launching Jericho to the outside once again. Big chops across the neck. Swerve now with the big elbows into the face of Jericho, but Jericho fighting back then in now with the Northern Light suplex on the outside. Jericho back in the ring, but Isaiah pings off straight away with the moonsault, and then a big drop kick into the back. Jericho the boot in the gut, then straight in with the... What's that called again? I forgot what that's even bloody called now, to be honest. But either way, straight now into the walls of Jericho, and this could be a very short match. No, Jericho releases, looks to continue, but Swerve turns things around, taking Jericho up. Jericho slides out the back now, in with a big German suplex, codebreaker. That's what it's called, the codebreaker. I knew I'd get there in the end. Jericho now sending Swerve to the outside. Jericho now brings Swerve back up to a standing base on the outside. Swerve with a big strike right in the face. Now remember, the champion's advantage is in place here. So if this is a count out to either side, then Jericho will still walk away with the championship. Jericho now taking Swerve up, in with a vertical suplex, so Jericho can quite happily win this by count. He can quite happily lose this by count out and still walk away the champion. But it's Swerve who's back in the ring now. Is he looking to... Come on, Swerve, you need to break the ref's count here. Swerve, don't be stupid here, mate. Right, Jericho gets in just in time. There's a couple of bits they need to fix in there AI-wise, because that's quite a blatant thing, that. He's not going to win the championship there if that was a count-out. Well, he shouldn't do. Whether the game will give it to him, I don't honestly know, but he shouldn't do. Jericho now bringing Swerve back up to a standing base. And now in with that big double arm DDT. Where did he get that from? Paradigm shift style. And now Jericho pings straight in to the walls. Jericho once again really wrenching back this time. Knee in the back and knee in the neck. And Chris Jericho makes Swerve Strickland tap. And we don't have any new champions tonight at all. Wow. It seems that the game of this year does seem to favour people defending championships. There we go. Jericho is going to get a extra point. But Jericho's also considering his next move, and his next move is to kick Swerve Strickland and really add insult to injury here. And Chris Jericho finishes off the show with a real lack of honour. Well, there we go. That is the end of night 1 of our finale, night 2, coming up tomorrow, of course. We will have Tommaso Ciampa up against Jushin Thunder Liger. Sasha Banks defends the SWE Women's Championship against Deonna Purrazzo. The Briscoes versus the American Wolves versus Future Shock versus the Kings of Wrestling in an elimination tag team match. Damien Priest goes 1-on-1 against Brian Cage. And to finish things off, of course, the SWE Championship. Kenny Omega defends against CM Punk. Right, good night, God bless. I'll be the same. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.